28F. Am losing my hair, and I think my fiancé, 32M, is disgusted by it. Warning. Some adult words might be included in the text. I started losing hair 2 years ago, and it wasn't alarming at all since I got checked with doctors and got checked blood, and even got in touch with a derma. But it got worse, I think, 6 months ago. My temple is receding and visible, especially during the daytime. My fiancé always came to me saying that I looked different and sometimes suggested that I should get a haircut. He's also been less affectionate lately, and the kicker is that we haven't been intimate in about 5 months now. I even tried cosplaying and roleplaying all that stuff that made him happy before. He'll shove me off, say he is not in a mood, etc. I can see him looking at me differently since I started having hair loss. I'm getting really worried that he might call off the wedding. I've come across a bunch of things on the internet like Hers, Rogaine, and Revella. Any one of you guys used any of these, and how was it on your end? I'm just nervous about starting anything. Any advice or anything that will help me regarding my situation is appreciated. Peas. I also got in touch with my doctors and even got my blood checked again 3 months ago, but still, all are normal. He is not supportive. My wife is losing her hair, I love her more every day. I hope that helps you in that you can see there are many that can love you for more than just your hair. I lost my hair young, went gray, and my wife still loves me. Least I can do is love her too. First of all, I'm sorry that you are going through this, and I know it's shitty. But, sometimes, you must go through challenges in a relationship to find its true value. If your so-called fiancé would leave you simply because of hair loss, he is shallow. You have value well beyond your appearance and your hairline. Think about that, and if he calls off the wedding, it's a good sign. He is not worth keeping. You guys should try to talk things through if possible. How do I, 28M, gently bring up that my new boyfriend, 36M's foreskin hygiene needs improving? Throwaway account just because of the sensitive nature of this topic. If discussions about genital, sexual hygiene makes you uncomfortable, you may want to skip this thread. Background. Recently started going out with a guy the first met over the summer. We've officially been together for a little over a month now. Things are going well and we both get along great, and it's overall been a really enjoyable experience for me, especially since I took some time off from dating after my previous relationship ended to focus on my own growth, well-being. It's been really nice to date someone, and for the most part I'm happy. We've got a lot of common interests and usually hanging out, going on dates is a lot of fun, but the problem I'm having arises in the bedroom. We're both gay men who are uncicumsized. Most of the men in my family are, and I grew up in a household where we tried our best to have open conversations about sexuality, sexual health and personal hygiene. His family is relatively religious, so I don't know if those kinds of discussions happened in his household, and they certainly don't teach kids this stuff in school. For me, hygiene is really important in order to ensure a positive sexual experience. I typically want to shower before I am intimate with someone just to be courteous to them, but also to help me feel more confident and sexy during those times. My foreskin is a lot smaller than my partner's, and mine can pull all the way back. I'm always conscious when using the bathroom to pull my foreskin back all the way, and to make sure I'm cleaning regularly when showering. His, however, is a lot longer, looser and is tighter around the head when he is erect. One of the first times we were being intimate I noticed a bit of an aroma that was relatively pungent, but in the interest of keeping the mood going I just went along with things. We weren't actually engaging in penetrative sex, just other side activities. I kind of just figured that since he had been out all day that he hadn't had a chance to shower after running around, and that it was kind of a one-off thing. Unfortunately, it's been a few weeks since then, and we've fooled around, and each time I notice the smell. This weekend I sort of discreetly took a peek down there to see what was going on, and I noticed that his foreskin was so tight it couldn't pull down past his head. The closer I got, the more the smell was noticeable, and I could see a decent smegma residue around where I was able to pull the skin back. Obviously I was gentle, and didn't stretch anything beyond a limit. Don't want any injuries happening. Reader, I mean this in the nicest way possible, but the amount of buildup was deeply concerning. My main issue is that the smell is so pungent and off-putting to me it immediately puts me out of the mood. I know for some in the gay community, a musky aroma is like an aphrodisiac. However, I am not one of those people. I really like this person, but I don't know how to gently bring up that their foreskin hygiene is making it almost impossible for me to be intimate with them. The last thing I want to do make someone uncomfortable or come at it from a place of judgment. There might be context I don't have and I don't want to make this person feel self-conscious. I also want to emphasize that this isn't just about my own personal sexual enjoyment. Good foreskin hygiene is important for all my uncut men out there. Problems can arise if things go unchecked for long periods of time. It's about taking care of the body you've been given. Too long did not read. How do I gently talk to my boyfriend about his foreskin hygiene? First things first. Don't talk about this in the bedroom. Find a neutral space, and forewarn him there is something you'd like to speak to him about. The other thing is you could be describing a condition called phimosis, where the foreskin can't peel all the way back, which means cleaning under the head could be quite difficult, impossible. It can lead to infections and a lot of teenagers and grown men wind up needing a full, partial circumcision later in life. I guess, be sensitive, be caring, try the shit sandwich approach. Compliment concern compliment. Husband wants a paternity test because he's insecure and I can't take him anymore. Hello. I am writing this as I have no one else to confide in because this whole thing brings me embarrassment and shame. I've been with my husband for 6 years and am currently 2 months pregnant. My husband has always been extremely insecure about everything and anything. Last night he began spiraling about my younger male cousin who I've helped with essays. Gross. He began questioning my relationship with my cousin and then said once the child is born he will get a paternity test. I have been extremely loyal to this man for our entire relationship and this just feels like a big slap in the face. I'm not sure what to do. I told him he can do whatever test he wants but it will result in losing me. I can't handle this anymore and now I'm rethinking this entire pregnancy because I don't want to be a single mom if I actually end up leaving this guy over this. That is more than just insecurity. That sounds like an anxiety disorder. He needs therapy. Hand him the test with divorce papers and tell him if you truly doesn't trust you that the baby is yours and think I had an incestuous relationship with my cousin, then why should we stay married? Do what you think is best in your current situation, but let it include divorce papers. Seek an attorney. If abortion is an option for you, and it's really what you want to do, then do it now. The longer you wait the harder will be. I'm certain you could handle being a single mom. So if that's what you decide, go for it. Then get the paternity test, and tell him to F off. In either case, your relationship with this man is over, and I suspect that you know that. You can't live with a person who constantly distrusts you for no reason. Partner dismisses my postpartum depression. I, 26 female, had a child 6 months ago. I spent my pregnancy isolated and away from my partner, 34 male, and family because I was terrified of being pregnant. Emotionally has been hell. My baby is the sweetest fucking angel but I dread waking up every day. I used to have severe depression for years before my kid but now is worse than ever. I am not used to this amount of hormones, I'm not used to be taken care of. So I did it all alone. There's days I cry so much I puke, there's days I reject my baby and it hurts so bad. And my partner says that it's all in my mind and it's me who is letting my depression win when this is much different and my body isn't used at all to this. I feel miserable and him saying I am doing it on purpose hurts like hell. I'm in such emotional pain I can't even describe. Is there any chance that I can approach him with investigations or documentaries about it? I'm also BPD so I've been struggling a lot. Thanks for reading. You don't need a documentary, you need a doctor. I'm sorry you're struggling but you can't just wish it away. It's not just in your head. You need professional help. You deserve to be happy and not in a deep pit of despair. Speak to a doctor. Now. Why were you isolated from your partner and family? Were you all alone throughout your pregnancy? Where was he? You have no other friends to help you out or take you to the doctor. I saw your post history and worried about you. Are you in the US?